Hey, welcome to my journey. It's way in. We're doing it in the car because I want to run some errands today, and I don't feel like sitting in my craft room wasting however much long in there when I can just be, like we say, killing two birds with one stone. Listen, let me tell you this right now. It's snowing, sleeting. I don't know what this stuff is. At first I thought it was snow, and then when I was letting my car warm up, what's falling is little, and they're not icy looking balls. They're like little baby white balls, and they're just barely bouncing on the car, on the hood, just barely bouncing, and you can see them going through the air. So I'm not really sure what kind of snow effect we're having, but we're getting it. It's not going to do anything, obviously. It's just cold enough to do whatever it's doing, but hey, I'll take what I can get just to look at it, you know what I mean? So anyway, I have got to get my tire pressure fixed. We are going out today. I need to start buying up my saran wrap game prizes. I haven't even started. This time of year I would have already practically been done. But I tell you, since the Dollar Tree went up $1.25, $1.25, I don't feel like buying everything from there like I usually do, because I just buy odds and ends, you know, nothing big, and then I put cash in between here and there. But like, I'm gonna go down here to my junky Dollar General, see if I can find anything, if they got anything on the shelves. They're pretty sorry. But anyway, we're here. We're gonna be off and on because I'll be getting in and out, but we're here for weigh-in. Listen, I don't know if y'all can tell by the title, the thumbnail, whatever it's gonna be, what today is. Can you guess? Today is Wonderland! Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, y'all, I didn't think I'd ever see it. I weighed 198, even. So it wasn't like it was 199.9 and I was just barely in it. David said, oh, you was 2 pounds under. He said, I'm gonna start calling you Tupelo. Like Tupelo, Mississippi. He said, I'm gonna start calling you Tupelo. So, oh my gosh, I've been so happy about it, but I don't want to jinx it, because you know, every time I get excited about something, it jinxes it, and then I gain weight the next week. But I don't want to gain weight the next week. I want to keep staying in Wonderland, because I don't know the decade, the last time I was in Wonderland. I don't know what decade that was. So that puts me at, I don't remember, I lost 3.2 pounds, that's what it was. And it's got me at 179.1, I think. So I'm getting close to another button too. So I'm excited about that. But yes! Wonderland! Oh my gosh! I never, 7 years ago, whenever I started, I don't know, I never dreamed I would ever see the hundreds. I didn't. Heck, I didn't think I'd ever see the 200s. I'll just be honest with you. I didn't think I'd see any kind of progress. And no matter what way I did to get here, I'm here, you know? So anyway, all right, that's how close it is from my house to the Dollar General. So I'm gonna get off here and go inside and see if I can find anything, and then we'll finish talking. So I did find some things in there for $1, so you can still find some things for $1. And surprisingly enough, there was only one aisle I wanted to go down that had stuff in it. None of the other aisles have stuff in it as per usual for years. So I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry if I got in front of you, but I didn't see you. That never happens. So I think instead of going to the Dollar Tree first, I want to check out other avenues. I'm going to actually go down to Ollie's and see if I can pick up any little goodies in there. But about my weight, so I pulled up my BMI, because I'm like, okay, what is my BMI? I was morbidly obese for how long? Morbidly obese. So I pulled up my BMI. You just type in BMI calculator, there's many to pick from. Mine is 31 for obese. No morbidly, just plain old obese. So I am obese. But overweight is less than 29.9. So look how close I am from being obese to just overweight. That is exciting in itself, and not be having to call myself obese. Just overweight. No, I'm just overweight. Yeah, I'm just overweight. Oh, how is that? Oh my gosh. So I was going to tell y'all, I just noticed this morning, I don't know when they changed it, if it was an overnight thing, because it popped up with a little, now you can voice reply. So on y'all's comments, I can actually voice reply if I want to. If I don't feel like sitting there talking, I can just pop on there and say thank you. Listen, that is like my standard. I hope y'all don't think it is not thought because I tell everybody thank you, because I do thank you. It's a sincere thank you. And all the comments, there's not always something, like it's just a compliment and there's not anything to like expound on, you know, in any information to add to it. So I thank you, because I do thank you. Now I don't want you to take it lightly. Oh, it's just, she types thank you to everybody. Well, because I give everybody a reply, and if it's a compliment, I'm gonna thank you. So my nose is itching. But now if I feel like it, I can just say thank you. I think that's pretty cool. So yesterday Jacob was up there, and it was 3 weeks since I seen him. I missed that little face. Oh my gosh. I'm drinking that breezeberry. I forgot to put it in the refrigerator, but it is still cold from sitting out in that big room, because that big room gets cold. But so his mommy left because he wanted him to drop him off. So he played. He didn't stay for a nap or nothing. He said he was going to nap at his house, which that's fine. I tell you, ever since that night he spent the night, and he threw up in the middle of the night. It's like he is traumatized to spend the night. I don't know if that's what it is, but he's not wanting to sleep there anymore. And it's not because he don't love us, because he does. He can't wait to come see us, and he would spend time with us. But I think there was something about throwing up in the middle of the night that just kind of got to him, and now it's just kind of in his mind, you know. So anyway, but we went to McDonald's. We was wanting to get that Grinch meal, you know, we was talking about it yesterday, and they didn't have the Grinch meal. They even had a note on the door. They had the Grinch meal signs up. I said, oh, they got it, because Holly said hers didn't have it. And then there was a little note on there that said, oh, we're sorry, the Grinch came and took all his stuff back. Well, I got up there, I said, y'all don't have the Grinch meal? She said, no, they took it all away. I said, oh. I said, well, the only thing I wanted was the pickle salt. She said, oh, well, we have that. I said, well, I want some of that. So we got our, they brought our meals to us, because you order on your app so you can get your deals, and then put your table number in, and they bring it to you. It's pretty cool. And she says, is there anything else you need? I was looking on the tray. I said, oh, I was wanting some of the Grinch salt. She goes, well, you have to pay for that. I said, oh, well, they didn't tell me that. They just said I could have some. So it was her and another boy, and he's like, well, it comes with fries if you buy fries. I said, well, he bought a large fry separately, so you could do it for that. Well, he come over there, he had it in the shaker bag. They give you a shaker bag to put your fries in, to shake the seasoning on it. He said, there'll be no charge for this. I said, oh, okay, well, thank you. So I tried it. We all tried it. I'm going to tell you what, it's good. It is good. I didn't put too much on it because I was afraid it'd be too sour, pickly, or something like that, you know, like a sour cream and onion salt and vinegar tater chip. I like those, but they can get too strong sometimes, and they will burn my tongue. So I went light. Like, I was going to just dump it all in there, and Holly says, well, you might want to go light in case you don't like it. I said, and don't use all your fries. I said, oh, good thinking. So it was good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. David liked it, and Holly liked it. Jacob didn't try it. So I remember scrolling one day last week, and it had popped up. I didn't look at the recipe, but I'm going to look it up. It said if you want to make your own at home, use ranch dressing mix, and it was that dill seasoning from or pickle season, I don't know what it's called, from, I think it's McCormick's Grill Mates. That's what the bottle looked like. It was kind of turned sideways in their picture, probably because they didn't want to advertise a brand, but that's what it looked like. So I'm going to look up the recipe and see if you can make that and get that kind of similar taste, because I'll make it. But we really liked it. I got me a Big Mac. Hadn't had a Big Mac in, oh my gosh, because that was always my go-to. When we eat fast food all the time, the Big Mac and the chicken nuggets was my go-to at McDonald's. Listen, back in the day, I ain't gonna lie to you, you don't get to almost 400 pounds by not eating a lot, so why should I lie about it? You see me at my heaviest, So why should I lie about what I ate to get there? Me and David both ate like it was going out of style. I would get the Big Mac combo with a side of 10-piece nuggets and eat every flipping bite. Every French fry, every crumb, the whole hamburger, all the nuggets, all of it. The drink, all of it. And yesterday, I got through half my burger, and I think I ate about 4 fries. Yeah, enough to taste them and know I liked them. I brought the rest of them home. I just hadn't eaten them. I figured I'll throw them in the air fryer because I don't want to waste them with that good seasoning. And I was full. And then sometime in the afternoon, later on, I ate the rest of my hamburger. And that filled me up till supper time. Good grief. And that's how we used to eat back in the day. Like, I'm telling you, like it was going out of style. So we have really, really cut back. I made chicken dumplings last night. It was so funny. I was watching Joan's menu plan this morning, and she's making chicken pot pie, which up there, their chicken pot pie is our chicken dumplings. And I used the dried dumplings squares from Amish store. And she decided she was going to get her some too. She hadn't tried hers yet. This is the second time I've used mine. And they're just as, to me, they're just as good as homemade dumplings if you cook them long enough. You have to cook them long enough because they're pretty dense. But that's what we had last night. And I'm going to tell you what, I bet I didn't eat 5 dumplings. I bet if I eat 5, and my stomach was so heavy, those little pasta squares filled me up. I was not able to eat any more. But, and I was going to tell you, Janet was talking about sewing. Well, there was a comment on my video about something. I just read it this morning, I think, or yesterday, about sewing. I don't even know how the subject came up on what part of my video now that I'm trying to think of it. But, it made me think, that's a little sour. A little tart, I should say. It made me think when I was a little girl, my great aunt is the one who taught me to sew. And what she taught me to sew was my own Barbie doll clothes. She would make me some, but then she said, well, I'm going to teach you how. So I would make like little bathing suit tops and skirts and shirts and dresses and all that. That's how I learned to sew. And then I never kept at it to learn how to sew like adult clothes. I can sew straight lines and basic things, but I can't sew clothes or anything intricate, you know what I mean? But yeah, she's the one, she taught me that, and my great uncle, they were married. That great uncle, I'm just saying, the one that goes with her. He taught me how to cook in a tin can out on the driveway and use a slingshot, because he made me a slingshot. I still have it. He whittled it out of a piece of limb, just slingshot shape, and tied it on there, put me a little leather thing that you hold. Yeah, I wouldn't pull it now because it's probably so dry rotted it ain't funny. And he would let me go out there and put a little fire under a tin can and cook me some beans and stuff. They let me do all kind of stuff. I grew up having a good time like that. Just a good old time. And I remember she used to make her own cracklings, her own pork rinds, I guess what you'd call them. Like if they kill a hog or somebody kill a hog, she'd have the skin. And I remember there was one particular day, and I was a little kid because Mama worked, and so I stayed with them for a while. And she had a baking sheet full of them, and she pulled them out to check them, and I was laughing my little child head off because she had the little ninnies. There was little ninnies on that sheet. Oh gosh, that is the same great uncle who taught me hocus pocus. If you know, you know. So I had good times down there, and that's where I learned to play horseshoes, pitch horseshoes. I love pitching horseshoes. That's where I picked the garden a lot, roamed around the garden, pulling tomatoes off and just eating them out in the garden. As I helped her with her wringer washing machine. I was a child, but I still helped do these things. It's like we were older children back then, and y'all know what I'm trying to say. We were older than what we let kids be today. I think we've diluted down the responsibilities that we give to kids. Like me personally, I would never let one of my grandchildren operate a ringing washing machine. Are you kidding me? No. But I did. I fed them clothes right through there. Yeah. But anyway, but that's how it was back then. Y'all know it was. Whew. I tell you, that is art. But Jacob, Holly had bought him some, I told y'all yesterday, pajamas. He got him some new pajamas, and she had them in the car. We went to eat in her car, and I always sit in the back with Jacob. Papa sits up front, and he seen them pajamas in a little bag in between us, and he was looking at them. And Holly sent me a snap. They went out, and I noticed specifically that it took them a while before I heard the door shut. I'm like, oh, well, I don't know what they were doing. Before she left, pulled out, I guess she sent me the snap. She said he could not wait to get home. So they were out in the car putting on his new pajamas. Christmas footy pajamas. The one pair I ordered him came yesterday. And then the other one I wanted, they didn't have on my grocery order, and so I went to have them shipped, and they had them except for his size, and that was Minecraft. And he likes the one little, it's called a creeper. He named him Barbecue. He names all his things weird names. He's just that funny. And I was going to get him those. Well, I started looking for others, and I come across some with a tractor on the front, looked like Papa's tractor. I'm like, and tractors on the little pants. I'm like, okay, well, I got to get him the tractor PJs. Only thing is, they won't be here until December 23rd through the 29th, so they might be an after Christmas. Let's see. Oh, you know them little bitty cars sneak up in the little Mini Cooper. They sneak up in there, and you can't find you a place to park. So it might be after Christmas before he gets those, but that'll be okay. Oh, well, look at there. Here's one right on the front row. Joan, I got Princess parking. Okay, well, I'm going to go in Ollie's, and then we'll talk some more later. Okay, well, I finally got out of Ollie's. My goodness. It is like, I mean, it was backed up, and she called for help. He never came. And I mean, they have it fixed now where you can't just walk up to the register. You have to go down through the close, and there's a big long line to get to the register. It was backed all the way back to the close. So the other week, me and David come because I had a 10 or 15% off coupon, and it run out that day. I said, oh, well, I want to run down there and see if I find anything. Only thing I found was a pack of crackers, like Nabs, the Nicots, the cream cheese and chives, and the Toasties. Multi-pack, right? It was like $8 and something. And that's the only thing I got. And when we got up there, I seen the line. I'm like, I am not standing in this line for some crackers. I can get them somewhere else. So while I was getting other stuff, they still had a few boxes. They had tons of those crackers. They had a whole display. This time they just had some boxes over in the food section. So I believe I can afford them without that 80-some cent discount. But I was able to find the baby toy. It says like 3 months plus. He'll be there. But I mean, what do you buy a brand new baby for Christmas, you know? So formula diapers, Mommy and Daddy appreciate that. Oh, I must not be going fast enough. He zoomed out from behind that car and got up on me. But I have been able to find different things between the Dollar General and Ollie's than I would have gotten just at the Dollar Tree. So I'm getting a nice variety. A lot of it's food, candy, different little things, but I'm finding different things at those two stores than I am limited to at the Dollar Tree. So now I think I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree and see what they have. Tomorrow I got to go pick greens. I don't think I'm gonna go today because it's supposed to be a little warmer tomorrow than it is today. It's not supposed to get out of the 40s today. I think it's supposed to be in the 50s tomorrow. Holly was gonna bring them collard greens for me to cook up for RJ and Holly. And let me explain that, because somebody had asked me again. If you're new here, my daughter is Holly, and my daughter-in-law is Holly. So, and my daughter-in-law, her last name is the same as my son's last name. So she didn't have to change that at all. So anyway, it's like, when you talk about Holly, you say like, our Holly, RJ's Holly. RJ, he said one time, he goes, well, she's my Holly too. You're talking about our Holly. I'm like, yeah. So you either say Holly D or Holly H, you know, whatever. But, so I was gonna make them the greens, and she forgot to pick them and bring them yesterday, so I'm gonna go down, and I asked Holly, RJ's Holly, did she want the mustard greens too? She said sure, because I told Holly, do with them what you want. So she said she had plenty, and I've got no room, so I'll pick them and cook them up too. I bet you there'll be 2 bags of them. There was last time I picked, and it's been more than 2 weeks since I picked. I bet I haven't picked in 3 weeks or more. I don't know, but I'm sure there'll be plenty. But that's what I'm gonna try to do tomorrow, and then get them cooked up. I told her I will cook the collard greens ready to eat and just send them like that. I'm not gonna bag them up for the freezer, and they can eat what they want and freeze the rest. But I'm gonna bag up all the mustards for the freezer. Listen, I feel like thrifting. When I get out and about, and if I hadn't gone out when I did, I would not have seen those little snowflakes. So I'm excited about that. But if I did not get out when I did, I just said that. When I get out like this, I feel like I need to be at the thrift store. I'm watching this one girl. They do, like, people do Vlogmas, they do Thriftmas. So it's all, and these are thrifting channels, and they do all things related to thrifting and everything. And she's doing one where she goes she's going to the same thrift store 5 days in a row, because she said one of the things that helps you find stuff is if you go often for the turnover, right? So she's going every day for 5 days to show you what has changed and what's still there, what's the new stuff. And so it's pretty interesting, because if you go once a week like I do, sometimes twice like last week, hold on, you don't really see what happens day to day. So it makes me want to go. Listen, I watch these thrifting reels, and they go for the stuff I don't go for. I'm thinking, am I tacky or are they tacky? I'm thinking, which one of us? Not that either one of us are tacky, we just have different tastes. They put pretty stuff together. They'll show like what I bought and how I styled it, whatever. They have real pretty vignettes and things that they make. But I'm just different. I'm wired different. I'm wired. Listen, it's killing me not to make goodie bags this year, because I am that kind of person. I like lots of little odds and end things. That's just how I am. And I figured I'm gonna put a little bit more money in the game prizes, something that they might could use more than what I might put in a goodie bag, you know. So that's what I'm doing for that. I don't know if they'll miss their goodie bag or not. I don't know. They're getting all kind of crap off this saran wrap game, so there's that. Oh, I got to remember to buy the saran wrap at the Dollar Tree. Oh, don't forget that. I think I'm going to go to the... I'm not going to go to mine, I don't think. I don't think I'm going to go to mine. I think I'm going to go to the other one. It's just a touch bigger, and they have just a little bit more stuff. So, but I don't think I got nothing else to talk about for my weigh-in, other than I am in Wonderland. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I'm glad I could share that with y'all today. I was telling myself I would like to get to Wonderland at least by Christmas. So I did. I made that goal. I hope I'm even further down. I don't want, listen, jinxing gods, I don't want to be jinxed and gain no weight next week. You know what I mean? So somebody has got a thumping vehicle. Oh, it's this pickup truck. I tell y'all, when I'm on the porch, Southern boys love their trucks. I can't say nothing about it because my husband's truck is loud. his Camaro is going to be loud enough wherever you live. You probably going to hear it. So, listen, he's still out there piddling in that building. He loves that stuff. He got that part. I was telling Joan, he had a part come yesterday morning, and it was one they had sent him. He ordered off eBay, and there was 2 of them, 2 different part numbers, and the guy accidentally, hey daddy, we're truck, sent him the wrong one. So he made it right. There was no he didn't have no troubles with him. And when he got it, he opened it up. He looked at it. He already had the numbers memorized, apparently, because when he looked at it, he turned it around, he had it up in his hands like this. He says, come to daddy. He's such a car geek. He is such a car geek. He is not no computer geek, no nothing like that. He is a car geek. Oh my gosh, he loves cars, tractors, stuff like that. He loves that stuff. Oh my gosh. But anyway, well, I think that's all I'm going to talk about today on my way in. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you tomorrow for a mini planet grocery haul.